Right, okay. Welcome to Murray. On the north coast of Scotland. I'm in a little place called Burghead, which is near Lossiemouth. I can show you on a map, but Burghead's basically on that top coast of Scotland that runs sort of in between Elgin and Inverness. I drove up here this morning and because I had, well, there was plans afoot, and well, you know me, I do like a little bit of a landscape, I like a little bit of history, but obviously the bigger picture is to do my first ever collaboration with another YouTuber. So this is about a three and a half hour drive for me, and I spoke to another YouTuber or content creator via the No Small Creator family that we've got online. First and foremost for me, it's always been really important to try and find people of similar interest, content creation wise, that are UK based. And to find somebody that was UK based but also Scottish based was actually quite exciting for me. Now I'll introduce you to him in a bit, but just to give you the backstory on it, that obviously No Small Creator is exactly what it suggests, that everybody's a creator equally, and irrespective of your subscriber count and what you do, if you're creating, that doesn't matter your size. Now my forte is filming and camera work, and because I work in the industry, my channel's niche has always been about what I do and what I do when I'm there, and how I shoot that, and you know, and mainly a lot of my stuff is aerial based. So I'm a drone operator, and although I don't really do much with my drone in terms of any feedback about how I do things or tutorials and all, basically it's just factual entertainment really. I do what I do, I show you what I do, and that's that. And it resonates with some people, and I'm building a subscriber base as I go. I'm quite excited to be up here as well, because it means I'm being invited into the fold to help someone else who is starting out on their vlogging adventure, and they're looking to me for any tips and tricks and help that I can give them. Certainly not from a YouTube perspective, because, well, I'm still new to that, but from a filmmaker's perspective, then I can certainly do my best. So today's exercise was really just about, you know, meet up, hook up, chat, find out more about, you know, what we both do. And actually, we both of us have actually quite a lot in common. He is an ex-military, he's ex-RAF, I'm ex-army. He's offshore ROV pilot. ROVs, these mini submersibles, working on various things from oil rig jackets to wind farms. And I'm an offshore diver doing exactly the same thing, except in a physical capacity rather than ROV. We're both of a similar age, we both get families, and we both have an interest in creation, and we're both YouTube followers. So it's nice to get together, put our heads together, and see what we can come up with. So I decided I would, I've been invited down here to the beach effectively because, well, it's Scotland. The sky is blue, the sun is blazing, and there's no wind. I'm right on the shore here. You know what that means. Not a bad looking place, is it? Especially you know, when the sun's shining like this and there's no wind. It's absolutely fantastic. For someone to able to ask you for your assistance or collaborating on a YouTube channel, it's actually quite a nice ask. And as anybody will know, that the inhibitions that you have to shrug to do this is actually quite an alien thing to do. But to be able to step over that hurdle and do it is actually, well, it's actually a big hurdle, in fairness. Not everybody, I mean, as extrovert as I am and is able to speak to whomever I want, whenever I want, I still have an issue sometimes talking to the camera, because you never know. There's always somebody watching you and kind of staring at you, and it make you think that you're weird, and you're not weird at all. It's them it's weird, because they're the ones that are staring. At least the both of us are in focus now. Right, okay, so this is Gordon. He's the unlikely vlogger.
I am, indeed, very unlikely.
Well, Gordon, I'll tell you what, I'll just do what a director does. And in fact, let's go the other way so the sun's on you.
So that I can squint in the sun
exactly,
instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so Gordon.
Yes.
You're the unlikely vlogger. Why are you an unlikely vlogger?
I'm an unlikely vlogger for many, many reasons. And I classify that as the fact that, for a start, I'm not your stereotypical visual vlogger. I'm not wearing designer labels. I'm over the age of 40. I'm the father of 4 kids, and I have my own take on life, my own different outlooks, which doesn't fit the stereotypical YouTuber. So that's why I class myself as an unlikely vlogger.
Right, okay. So well, there you go. That's where the narrative being an unlikely vlogger fits into all this. Now, what I said earlier on was, on a professional basis, where Gordon and I share not necessarily an interest, it's a professional link, is in, well, out there basically.
Yep.
Gordon, you tell them. So you're an ROV pilot.
Yeah, I have a couple of jobs, but one of them involves working offshore, and that is in the commercial ROV sector, operating and flying remotely operated vehicles. So robots that fly underwater is the best description I can give you for that.
Well, there you go. That's probably a better description than I gave previously. But certainly, like I'd already said earlier on, that as an aerial pilot, the drones are much the same.
Yep,
although one's underwater, they're very similar in their tech. But this is where my professional interest would lie with Gordon. It's great to do vlogging. It's great to do some filmmaking in the YouTube way. But also, it's the tech that he has that could make some interesting filming for Mikey. Drone underwater on the telling you. So we have been discussing how we can factor that in. Mm-hmm. But Gordon, you've got your own business.
I have, yep.
He's got another channel as well, which is a marketing channel more than anything, but certainly he's wanting to take his ROV expertise to the consumer market, and at least that way everybody can get a piece of that underwater action.
You don't know what you're missing out on, honestly. It's the most exciting place to explore, and hopefully I can introduce a few people to it and make it an easy thing to do.
So we're going to head back to Gordon's place, and I'm going to check out the workshop that he's got there, and because you've got a hot tub in there, have you not?
Yes, you could call it hot. It's not very hot. It's not very hot.
I'll show you. Check this out. I don't know where to start. Gordon's broke out some tech here, so I'm going to go through it because it's quite interesting tech. So I will switch back around. Right, so we've got the drone here, and so you get 2 props at the top.
Yep, 2 for the verticals, so up and down and tilt. And then one either side for forward and backwards and rotation. So the only thing you can't do with these is kind of lateral movement, but you learn to get around that. So
Fair
really
enough.
for the size of what it is and what you can use it for, it's more than adequate.
And this is the tether.
This is the tether, this is what keeps it alive.
How long is this tether?
Tether's 50 metres, the vehicle can go down to 40 metres, so we've got a little bit of leeway on tether. But the beauty of this one, which makes it a bit different to the others, including the one you can see behind you there, is that this is a Wi-Fi transmitter. So this is designed to float. It's like a buoy or a buoy if you're American.
We call it buoy.
We call it buoy, they call it buoy. It's the same thing. So basically that floats, and that is your Wi-Fi connector. So you can have allegedly up to 500 metres between you and the Wi-Fi, and then 50 metres of tether. So that gives it some capability, really, to be honest with you.
Cool. And then this is your controller.
This is the controller. All set up and ready to rock. You've got a beautiful view of the side of my workshop and the electric panel and everything. The only thing with this that I'm not 100% sold on yet is these. That is the control paddles. There's no sticks like if you take one of the other ones I've got. That's a more stereo, certainly to someone like yourself, Mikey, who flies drones, that's going to be far more familiar.
Yep.
That's a touchpad. And
so that's just smooth.
Yeah, but it's waterproof.
Right, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what it's done, but I think they're looking at coming out with a similar version to that.
So is that your phone that you've done, the same way as a drone?
Yeah, same as that's very much why I called it underwater drones.
Right, okay.
Because people can relate to the fact that you use your phone as a viewing and recording device. So.
And what's this, is the software, is that Navmatic or the company?
Navatics make it. It's available on iOS and Android, as you would imagine. So.
I'll switch on to me. So you actually get quite a lot in terms of drone use. Focus. It's very much like an aerial drone in a lot of ways. And
right, okay, let's do this.
Let's get it wet.
Let's get it wet.
This bit always feels very alien, because I'm taking effectively what is a Wi-Fi router and throwing it in a pool.
So that it's natural buoyancy then for it to sit on top of the water there. Is that just how it's set up? Like I don't know. That might be a bit technical asking that though.
It's fairly neutrally buoyant, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Until it's actually soaked the water in, and it does tend to sink a little bit.
Yeah, what I didn't quantify earlier on was the application in terms of, there's one thing being a drone op who can work a drone underwater as well, but for filming, that is, I suppose you're very limited there in terms of a subject that you're filming perhaps, or underwater structure. But certainly within a business application, something that I've certainly worked on is inspection work underwater, mooring buoys, pontoons, jetties, concrete harbour walls, that kind of thing, where divers normally sent in to have a look at all that kind of kit. Commercially speaking, if you had to have a dive team to come out, I mean, you're talking about a 5-man team or a 4-man team, so you're talking about the boat, divers, kit, man hours, the whole thing to go out and do this inspection. What this application would allow you to do is to do it with a 2-man team, or even on your own, but I dare say health and safety would dictate that you'd be best to do it with 2 people, especially if you're going to operate out of a boat. You would rather have somebody there. I mean, certainly if we were going to operate together, I'm a qualified skipper, I could take a boat out and you could fly the ROV underwater and we could charge people a lot of money. Anyway, it's an exciting piece of kit because of there's a camera underwater. Not everybody can do that. Okay, you can take a GoPro and you can put it underwater and you can attach it to something when you're swimming or in a pool or playing. I mean, I know I've done it, you know, down flumes and played with the kids in the pool and stuff like that. This though, however, historical content, structures underwater. There's something there. We're going to work on something together. There's definitely something that I could use in my filmmaking that's underwater that Gordon could get in about, and I think it would look.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think so. I'm getting ready to finish off for the day. I just wanted to do my sort of final piece of camera because obviously I've had an opportunity to be in the workshop, and I've got to fly the drone in the little pool, and we've had some more chat about, you know, work and application and all that kind of stuff. And worthwhile day?
Definitely, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Cool.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice.
And looking forward to seeing what we can come up with creatively.
I think it'll be cool. I really do. That's what I was saying. I've got work coming up that can involve gardening, and I've got ideas that I quite like for them to be a part of. But then again, it's just all about logistics because, you know, you're not actually around the corner. It doesn't.
No, it's not a million miles, but it's further than round the corner. Yeah.
But there's some cool places down my way as well now because I still need to explore the kingdom.
The Kingdom of Fife.
The Kingdom of Fife. Yeah. But we do have an idea. I have shot in a place and I've pitched it to him, and yeah, I think it'll look pretty good.
I'm quite excited for that.
Yeah, I think that'll be quite a good one as well. And then I've got I'm going to be working up this neck of the world shortly as well, and maybe an opportunity for Gordon to see me and my environment as well. So anyway, there's a lot happening. I'm going to bid you all farewell, and I hope you enjoy this because this is a different video for me because I've never done a collaboration before. So this is like brand new.
Likewise.
Yeah. So I've did a little bit of chat this morning. I've introduced a new collaborator. Check out the No Small Creator website, or it's Facebook group. If you're a No Small Creator, come on. That's how we hooked up.
Yep.
You know, with lots of creators on it and everybody from all over the world. It's pretty cool. I'll link Gordon's channel, you know, and the Innovation channel as well. If you want to keep tabs on this tech, it's going to be really cool. You should give him a follow. That'll be totally worth it. See what happens.
Early days. There's a lot of story to come. So
like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out his channel as well. That would be much appreciated. And we'll see you on the next one.